Okay. Now we will discuss about Maven. Maven. Okay, what is Maven? Why we need it? Okay, we'll discuss. So far we learned Linux, right? Why we learn Linux? Because all the real-time servers will be on Linux, so we need to be aware of Linux. Okay. Next, we learned about shell scripting, because if there is no tool, we have to write some scriptings for some functionalities. If we don't have any tool, we don't write our own scripting, so we learn shell scripting. After that, we learned Git and GitHub. Why we learned? Why we learn?
So
Common access for coding
Because
development.
it's a
Yeah,
source.
common access. Someone needs a common repository or common place to place the code. And we know other things also, right? So like that we need. So we created SCM repo, right? GitHub, we learned. GitHub will be there. Okay, Git will be there, and all. Like for version controlling, we learn Git. For source code management, we learn GitHub. Okay, so all the developers will be connected to the GitHub, and we'll keep that common repository, right? Yes, correct. That's correct. Okay, now I have the entire code here in GitHub repository. Now I want to deploy it in the server. Why I want to deploy that application in the server?
So because it should be launched on the browser, and also we get a link from
if you have
to
a
launch
code,
application.
yeah, if you have a code, for example, take Flipkart application or Amazon application. If they develop the application and keep their code with them, is there any use? No, they want to deploy it in one of the server. So once you deploy it in the server, you will get one URL. Maybe there is some other steps we have to do. Okay, but anyways, in general, if you deploy in the server, it will get one URL. Through that URL, end users can access the application, use it. Yes or no? So to deploy that in application server, there are different application servers. To deploy your Java application, there are different application server like Tomcat, WebSphere, WebLogic, JBoss, like that. There are many of the servers are there. For example, let's take this as a Tomcat or some other server. I want to deploy this code here. I want to deploy this GitHub repository code here. Tell me what format of code this is. If I go to this a.java or some Java, like what type of code will be present inside this? That is a text file or not? Even if it is a Java, that is written in a text only, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
But this server, if you take that entire code, repository, files, everything as it is, and put it in Tomcat, Tomcat cannot understand it. These application servers can understand only few formats like this jar, var, EAR. Only these formats they can understand, jar, var, EAR. Right? So now what should I do for this is, you want to take this entire code, this entire project, this repository present inside your GitHub, and take this entire code, convert that entire repository code into a var file, jar or var or EAR. Jar, var, EAR. So if you can convert this code into this any one of these formats, now can you deploy that into your Tomcats or any other application server? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But how to convert this? How to convert this? You no need to convert. You no need to convert. There are build tools like Maven. There are build tools like Maven. There was Ant, which is outdated. Ant was there. Maven is there. Gradle is there. Okay, Gradle is little lightweighted than Maven, but many people are using Maven and they are comfortable. They're using Maven. So anything if you learn, and I don't tell to learn, because if it is a legacy application, they'll use Ant, but it is little difficult. But Maven and Gradle are easy. Okay, anything if you learn either Maven or Gradle, it is fine. But for most of the projects, Maven is used. Gradle is also used, but Maven is the old one. Gradle is the latest one. So many people are comfortable with the Maven, so they are continuing it. Okay. So once if you learn Maven, Gradle learning is easy. If you learn Gradle, Maven learning is easy. But Gradle, Maven is difficult. But once you learn Maven, Gradle you can learn easily. But if you learn Gradle, Maven also you can learn easily, but little complex. Not too much, very little. But both are similar. Not there is no much difference. It uses XML, that uses YAML. There is small difference. That's it. Okay. Maven we are going to learn. What is this is Maven is a build tool. Maven is a build tool. What it will do? If you take this code to your, if you give this code to your Maven and tell your Maven, hey Maven, I'm giving you some source code. So that code, whatever we have in your GitHub, this is called as source code. This is meant the project code, right? That is called as source code. If you give that source code to your Maven and ask your Maven, give me a jar file, or else give me a var file, give me a ER file, whatever you tell to Maven, it will give that, and you can take that and deploy into your Tomcat. So for Maven, what you have to do, for your Maven, you have to give the source code, and you have to ask your Maven to give me either jar, var, ER, whatever you want, you give me that. If you tell that, Maven will give it. Now you can take that and deploy into your Tomcat. Understood, guys? Is it easy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Maven not only the build tool, in general we call it as a build tool. It can do some extra functionalities also. It can maintain your project also. Not maintain, manage your project we call. Okay. Project management tool we call. So it is going to manage your project. So what is that manage? We'll see later. First, let me open my Maven document so that I'll get how to continue the flow. I'll discuss. Okay. So as I said, Maven is a software project management tool. Okay. We also call it as builder tool. Okay. So the definition is Maven is a powerful project build and management tool. It is a project build and management tool that is based on POM. Okay. What is this POM? It is, we'll discuss. Maven is used for Java projects. Maven is used for Java projects. If you go for .NET projects, you need some other build tool. If you go for Node.js, you no need of any build tool, because that doesn't need any build tool. Node.js language doesn't need any, Node.js project doesn't need any build tool. If you go for .NET, right, you need to use some other build tools, MS build, like that. So Maven is for Java projects only, and it is open source. Apache Maven, it is from Apache Foundation. Maven is from Apache Foundation. Whatever comes from Apache, that is open source. Most of the time, 99% it is open source. Means what? You can use that for free, and they'll give their source code also. If you want to do enhancements, you can do the enhancements. Okay. So whatever that code they have written to develop that Maven, they'll give that code also. If you want to do enhancements, you can do it if you are aware of that programming. Okay. Maven is developed using Java language. Maven, the source code means the Maven tool is developed using Java language. So to work with Maven, you need to have Java installed. If you see for GitHub, do we need Java? No. We just installed Git Bash for Windows and started working. Yes or no? If you have Mac, you no need to have Git Bash also. Terminal, you just can install Git, that brew install Git, something you can do, then you can start working with that Mac terminal. But if you want to use Maven, Java need to be installed. The prerequisite for Maven is Java. So don't think like the prerequisite for Maven is Java, so I need to learn Java. No, no need to learn Java coding. Just you need to install Java. If you install Java, then only Maven will work. Else it will not work. Okay. The prerequisite for Maven is Java software. JDK should be configured. Else it will install and configure. Else it will not work. Okay, that we will see in some time. So what Maven is? Maven is a project build and management tool. Okay, fine. So it works based on POM.xml, POM, project object model .xml. So if you have Maven, if you want to work with Maven, there should be one file in your project, source code. Here you should create one more file called as POM.xml. POM means project object model. That is going to be heart of your Maven. Sorry, Maven project. The POM.xml is going to be heart of your Maven projects. Everything, whatever you do, most of the things you will control through POM.xml. Okay, what is this POM.xml? Let's discuss in some time. Okay, we'll discuss first. Let me tell you how to set up Maven. Then I'll come to step by step. I'll teach one by one what is this pom.xml, how to deal with that, everything end to end we will learn you, don't worry. But first, how to configure or install Maven on our Windows, we'll see it. First thing is, we are not going to install Maven. Maven is a tool, right? This doesn't need any installation. Then how it works? It is an external tool. Maven is an external tool. Then how it works is we have to configure Maven. We are not going to install. Installation means what? We'll download a .exe file for Git. What we did, Git for Windows, we downloaded a exe file, came, double click, next, finish. That is installation, right? But here we are not going to install, we are going to configure. So how to download Maven for Windows is just download Maven for Windows. You just type download Maven for Windows. Get into this site. Get into this site, maven.apache.org. So Apache Foundation, I said, right? Maven is from Apache. The most of the tools, like we are going to learn, Ant is also from Apache. So Maven is also from Apache. So here, just open this Maven, go here, download this versions, whatever you need. So binaries you have to download, not the source code. I said, right? Maven is an open source. They will give their source code. You can download the coding, Java code. They developed that Maven. To develop that Maven application, they did some coding, right? That source code they'll give it. If you want to look into that, if you want to modify some changes, you can take this and do it. But we don't want that. We want binaries, means we are not going to work with the code of Maven. We are going to work with the Maven tool for free. We are going to work with Maven, but not Maven code. So we just has to download either zip or tar. I'm going to download this zip file. Okay, you just click on this, it will download. And one more thing you remember, Maven works same on Windows and Linux and other operating systems. It is same. Okay, I downloaded this for Windows. If you go for Linux, there also you have to download the same thing. There is no difference. The same software, whatever the binary is downloading, the same thing you can use for Windows and Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat, anything. The same you have to use. So let me show you for Windows. I'll show for the same way, but in Linux we'll do through commands, but here steps, double click, right click, like that, right? So we'll see it now. So when I download this, a zip file will be downloaded. A zip file will be downloaded. A zip file has been downloaded. Now what you have to do, as it is a zip file, you have to extract it. Yes or no? Unzip it. Yes or no, guys? So when you take that, you'll get a zip file like this. You'll get a zip file like this. So you have to right click on this and unzip it. Okay, you have to unzip it. If you have a 7-zip, you have to extract, or else like I use 7-zip, or else like normally you have to unzip it. Okay. So once you unzip it, you will get a folder like this. This is nothing but, okay, this is nothing but your Maven home directory. Maven home or Maven home directory we call. Understood? For every software, whatever you configure, once you download it and extract it, you will see folder. This is a parent. See, I downloaded Maven. So this inside this again folder is there. So this is my Maven's folder. Inside that, the related Maven software folders are there. This is nothing but a Maven home directory. So what and all here, let's see about one by one. So under my Maven home directory, what is there? Bin. What bin contains? What I said in Linux? Huh? What it contains? What is bin? What is bin and what bin contains? What did I say in Linux, guys?
All the commands will be present in that.
Yeah, yes. Those are called as binaries. Yeah, binaries. All the commands will be present. So here in Linux, we have seen one binary folder, bin folder. So what it contains? Linux commands. Here in this bin, it contains the binaries of Maven, or else like commands of Maven. See here, mbn command is there. So like this. Okay. So the binaries related to maven will be present here. Boot, we don't need. Lib, internal libraries of related to maven, it will be there. Conf, have you ever heard about conf?
Configuration.
Configuration.
Okay. Have you ever heard about etc? etc. What etc contains? What is the use of that etc? What it will have?
ETC and configurations are same, sir.
Yeah, yes. Either you will have, for every software, either you will have etc or else conf, right? Either etc or conf. What it will have? Something related to configuration. Means if you want to do any settings related to your maven, you have to do under this conf folder. Means settings related, maven related configuration or maven related settings will be present inside this conf folder. So bin contains binaries, right? Now, okay. ls is a command. ls is a command, Linux command. That Linux binary, ls binary will be present in bin folder. So when you type ls, as the ls binary is present in Linux bin folder, it can understand. But mvn command is maven binary, maven command, which is present under this bin folder. Now, if I go and type mvn on my Linux or Windows terminal, will my operating system will be able to understand maven commands? If I type maven, mvn is a maven command. If I type mvn, will my operating system will be able to understand a maven commands by default? No. Why? Because mvn is not a Linux command. If it is a Linux command or my operating system related command, it can check in the Linux bin folder, it can understand. But this maven is an external tool, not a Git, not a operating system. This is not came with operating system. This is an external tool. This maven has its own binaries. So what we have to do? This bin we have to take and set it to the path variable. Do you remember the path variable I discussed? Environmental variables, path variable I discussed in Linux. Do you remember, guys?
Yes, yes. Environmental is it belongs to entire directory. Path variable is only for specified.
Wrong. Path isn't one of the environmental variable. What is mean by environmental variables?
Can be used anywhere.
Yeah, that environmental variable can be used anywhere. So what is the use of path? Is one of the environmental variable. We have n number of environmental variables. In that, path is one of the environmental variable. So what is the use of path I discussed at the time? Do anyone remember? Even if it is wrong, no problem. I'll correct you. What is the use of path variable?
To set up environment variables.
To set up environmental variables. The path itself is an environmental variable. See, I said path is one of the environmental variable where we can set the binaries path of external tools to that path. Means for that path variable, we'll set the value as the path of this external tools binary. So this maven is there. Maven is an external tool. It has its own binaries. So now if you take this path, and set as a value to that path variable, now when you run mvn command, where is that mvn command present? Here. If I type ls, where that ls binary present? ls binary, where it present?
Bin folder.
Bin folder, Linux bin folder. So when you type ls, the ls binary is present in bin folder of your Linux machine, so it can understand it. But mvn is a maven command, which is not Linux or Windows command. So when you type mvn, your operating system cannot understand this. What is this command? It will tell command not found. It will tell. It cannot understand the command. It will treat this mvn as a Linux command. It will go and check in bin and sbin. No, nowhere this mvn binary is there. So it will throw command not found. So what I can do is I can take this binary bin location of this maven, take this and set this as a value to my path variable. So path environmental variable is there, right? For that path variable, I'll set this as a value. So now When I run mvn command, first my maven command, let's think like it checked in bin folder. No, it's not there. It checked in yes bin, it's not there. Then for the path variable, we have set this location as a value, right? Now it will come to this location and it will check the mvn is there or not. Yes, it is there. Now your operating system can understand that and then execute the command, maven command, mvn command. Understood, guys? What is the use of the path variable? Have you understood? That is the
Yes, sir.
reason. If you try to understand at that time when I tell, now I no need to spend this much extra time to explain that. Understood? To set the binaries, to set the binary path of external tools, we use this path variable. If you set that external tools binary path to that path variable, it can understand the commands or binaries of the external tools. Your operating system will get, means your operating system will understand that binaries of external tools. Understood? Okay, how to set it on Linux, we'll see. For now, once we download the Maven software, right? What we will do, we'll get a zip file, we'll extract it. So once we extract it, we'll get a bin folder. Now copy this bin folder till bin, take this. If it is a Windows 7, right click on my computer. Right click on my computer. If it is Windows 7, right click on my computer. If it is a Windows 10 operating system, then right click here on this PC, go to properties. Okay, right click on my PC here. Oh, I forget sometimes. Okay, 1 second. Windows 7. 1 sec. So how we can set this? We can right click on this my computer, this PC. Okay, if it is Windows 7, right click on my computer. If it is Windows 10, right click on this PC. Go to properties. Go to properties. You can go here, advanced system settings. You can go to this advanced system settings. You can go here, or else you can directly type here. Advanced system settings. Okay, advanced system settings, you can directly click on here. Okay, or else, as I said, you can right click on this, click on properties, click on advanced system settings, or else directly search for advanced system settings. You can search for this. Now when you search for this, here it is asking, showing one option called as environmental variables. Environment variables. Click on this. Click on this. This is user defined variables. These are system variables. System variables means environmental variables, right? You come here, you create one variable like this, m2_home. Okay, you can click on new. For example, let me delete this. I'll show you. So from scratch, I'll show you again. So what I'll do is, I'll go here, advanced system settings. Go here, environmental variables. See, before that, I'll show you one more thing. So I don't have any Maven path now. I'll go here. Just I'll type mvn. What it is showing? Mvn, command not found, it is showing. Command not found means my operating system is unable to understand this. It is not able to understand the mvn command. So what I'm doing, I took this path where my Maven bin is there. I took this, go here, environmental variables. Here, I'm going to create a new variable, this one. Give the variable name, anything you can give. ABC also you can give, no problem, but it is recommended to give as m2_home. Give the path here. So I'm creating one environmental variable on my Windows machine. I'm creating an environmental variable called as m2_home, and I'm setting a value this. Done. I created a variable. Now there is one more variable called as path. If I create a m2_home, it is just a normal variable, m2_home, and it has one value. But when can my operating system start understanding the libraries of external tools? When I set that path, this path to the path variable. So there is one more variable by default called this path variable. Go here. Here also you have to set like this, m2_home. By default, it will not be there. So what you have to do, you have to click on new. percentage like this, M2 underscore home. Percentage. In between percentages, the environmental variable we just created, right? That variable. So in Linux, how we read a variable value? How we read a variable value in Linux?
Dollar and then the name of the variable.
Dollar variable name. Okay, don't make me angry, guys. If you don't tell the basic also, I'll get anger like anything. Dollar variable name. If you give, it will read that variable. But in Windows, how to read a variable value is like this: percentage. You have to keep the variable inside the two percentages. Okay, it will read. See why we are setting like this. You may think like, sir, why to set like this? I can take this value. Directly. I'll go to path variable. Instead of this, I'll give like this. Okay, this is also correct. You no need to create M2 underscore home. You can directly give the value like this. Yeah, this is also correct. But the problem is, if you set the path like this, not only for one tool, Maven binaries I'm setting, for SonarQube bin location I'm setting, like this for Java bin location I'm setting, like this we can set for n number of tools. But if you set like this, in future, if you want to modify one thing, you have to come here and disturb the path variable. It is very hard to disturb this. So what I'll do is, I'll create a separate variable called as M2 underscore home. I'll create a separate variable called as M2 underscore home, right? Environmental variable. I'll come here. Instead of giving this entire path, I'll read that variable value here. I'll read that variable value here. Done. So it is very clear. I no need to go and change a path variable every time. I can go here, M2 underscore, I can do this. For example, I download another version of Maven, M3 underscore home, I'll give the value. Now, for example, I want to point it to M3. You go here, just change it to M3. You don't need to change the entire path. So M2 underscore home, M3 underscore home, both are there. Whatever you want to use, you can use it here. So you no need to change the path variable every time. So I change it like this. So either you can give the Maven bin location directly to the path variable, or else you create a separate variable called as M2 underscore home, give the value and go to the path variable. This one, path variable, and read the M2 underscore home variable here. So it will read the variable value here. But this is the recommended. Whatever I said now, right? It is recommended. Create a M2 underscore home variable, set the value here. Now you go to path variable, read that M2 underscore home here using percentage. Okay. Now, if I go and type, so I set the path. As I said, for the external tool location, bin location, if you set to the path variable, our operating system will be able to understand that MVN commands, external tool commands, I said, right? But if I type here, still it is throwing error. Why? Because this is important. Don't ping me this. I'll scold you like anything if you ping me for this. See, when you set the path, no, I'm just telling that because you will not forget. Okay, why I'm saying that? Because this terminal was already opened where we got MVN command not found. After opening this terminal, we went and set the path. Now, if you use the same terminal, it cannot read that. So close the terminal. Anywhere in your system, open your git bash, type MVN. See, it will not say command not found, but it will say build failure or something. See, build failure it showed, but it is not saying MVN not command not found. Means my operating system is able to understand MVN command, but that MVN command I'm not passing any parameter, so it is failing. So it means MVN command not found. It is not throwing that. It means my operating system is able to understand MVN commands. Means the path, whatever I set, right, that is working. Okay. So if before setting the path, if you open a terminal and after setting the path, if you use the same terminal, it will not work. So you have to use a new terminal, fresh terminal to identify that path related things. Understood, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So that yes itself is saying you are not happy. Slowly you are saying. Is it clear, guys? It is very important. Do you remember?
Sir, do we need to install Java also?
Yes, of course. I said, right, that is a
Then only
prerequisite.
Maven will work, right?
Yes. How to download Java and set the path? That is the assignment for you. So everyone, second assignment, everyone has to have Java 8. I'm saying again, Java 1.8, 1.8 version has to be installed. Don't go for higher versions. If you go for higher version, Again, you will face some issues. When to use higher versions, I'll tell later. For now, for your Windows machine, I'll show for Linux. But for you, just check in YouTube or Google how to download and install Java for Windows 10 or 7. If you type, you'll get it, and how to set the path. Once you download Java, it is not enough. Same like how we set the path, right? Same likewise, you have to set the path for Java as well. Okay, download and Java is not configurable. You have to install. Java has to be installed, and then you have to set the path. Okay, how I have set? See here. So I have set the path for Java like this, environmental variables. See here, Java _ home. I have set like this path. Then again, I went to path variable. Here something we can see that. Okay, instead of reading the variable, I think in last session when I'm explaining to my students, I have directly given here. Or I can directly give here, or else percentage in between that Java _ home also I can give it like this. Okay, so like that you have to set the Java path. Okay, fine. So next, I said if I give the source code to this Maven, it will convert that project into any one of the jar, var, year. How it knows that? It has to convert to either jar, var, year is we have to tell the Maven. Where we have to tell is form.xml. You may get one question, sir, here I'm not seeing form.xml. In the Maven software, I'm not seeing form.xml. Here, this is Maven. Here, I'm not seeing, nowhere I'm seeing form.xml. Form.xml is not related to Maven. It is related to your project. So in your project, for each project, you have to maintain one form.xml. That form.xml is the heart of your project, Maven project. Now, I want to convert my project into var file. So what I have to do, you have to create a form.xml here. And in that XML file, you have to tell, take this source code and convert it as a jar, convert it as a var, convert it as a year. That inside your form.xml, you have to tell that. Understood, guys? Form.xml is for entire Maven or like for each project?
Each project.
Each project will have one form.xml. Okay. Are you aware of XML syntaxes? How to write XML file? Who is aware? No one. Okay, no problem. I'll explain tomorrow this. Okay, I'll explain form.xml in tomorrow's class, the basics about form.xml. But before that, I want to tell you one thing. If you want to create a project, right, and you want to convert that to a jar, var, or year, jar, var, year, these are called as artifacts. Jar, var, year, those are called as artifacts, right? Now, if I want to convert my project into artifact using Maven, you cannot convert this project. Maven has its own project structure. Maven has its own project structure. You have to follow that structure only. How can Maven understand? See, in Git, right? Sorry, not Git, Ant. Before Maven, there was Ant. You have to tell, if you are using Ant, you have to tell each and everything. Hey, convert it into jar file, var file. So you create this folder, that folder, this, like that. You have to tell each and everything to Ant. But Maven, you don't need to tell. You just have to tell, I need jar file. That's it. Before that, what you do, you don't need to care about that. Maven will take care. How Maven is automatically understanding everything, because Maven has its own structure. Maven has Maven projects. Means you cannot keep the files like this, Java, b.java, like this directly under this. There are some folders, src, target, under src, main, Java, test, Java, like that. There are some folder structure is there. You have to follow the same folder structure. But you no need to create that Maven folder structure also. Maven will automatically create it. Okay, how to deal with that? What is the basics? How to create a XML file? Those and all we'll learn. Not only this, the Java has some flows like compilation phase, different phases are there. Everything we will learn in Maven. Maven will not take more than 2 classes. Maybe next 2 classes we will complete Maven. Okay, so now onwards, until we go to Jenkins, everything is like two classes. Maybe 2 to 3 classes we'll complete one tool. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. I'm stopping here. We'll discuss about Maven. We'll continue the discussion about Maven tomorrow. I'm stopping.